online and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
There's been a lot of talk across the country about when it's okay for law officers to shoot someone. Thanks for joining us tonight. The use of deadly force is an issue the entire country is debating right now.
In fact, a couple of states have lawmakers trying to limit when police can use it. Possible change coming after national outrage over officer-involved shootings and violent arrests.
It's sparking a couple hundred law enforcement leaders to rethink their rules. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson, shows us what's going on in our community.
At the Clay County Sheriff's Department, deputies are taught to use tasers first in many situations before even pulling a gun.
They're a ways away, and we say, you know, drop the knife, and they don't do anything. We would go to a different weapon too. But as soon as that person comes running at you, that taser is not going to have anything to do with it.
While all the local departments we talk to aren't thinking about changing their rules right now, certain states across the country are. Some cities are encouraging officers to de-escalate the situation, create distance, and take cover. Even some carrying sponge projectiles instead of guns.
During my career, I've pulled my gun out, but I've never ever had to use it, which is a good thing. And that's our goal, is just to show the force in hopes that nobody ever has to use it.
Sheriff Bill Berquist says they have a split second to decide what to do. And all the national attention on law enforcement is creating some confusion on which weapon to reach for.
I hope our officers do what they need to do, because most of the time they say, oh, maybe I should grab my taser, I should, grab this, grab this, and by then you could be too late.
Sheriff Berquist says they're seeing more violence than ever before and more change every single day.
My main concern is that all my people go home every night to their families.
A goal to bring everyone home safe, including the people law enforcement are dealing with. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
We want to hear what you think about law enforcement and when they can use deadly force. Search for Valley News Live on Facebook and join the conversation.
We have new information tonight in the missing persons case involving Jeff Perez. A friend, Jody Bouchain, says they found him. She says he was on his way to Fargo last month, got severely ill, and was life-flighted to Sanford's ICU here in Fargo. The hospital did confirm they have him as a patient.
Light snow fell today, blanketing our streets and sidewalks with a coat of white. Let's go to Hutch to find out what we can expect tonight. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. Things are really quieting down here in the valley. We find ourselves in between weather-making systems, so our evening fairly quiet. Cannot rule out an isolated ice crystal or snowflake falling from the sky, but in Fargo, look at the beautiful sunset we are enjoying. Temperatures not far from 20 degrees for most of the evening. Increasing south winds means warmer weather is in store. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right now in Grand Forks, as I untangle my tongue, mid and upper teens for your evening. We'll have details on a chance for some accumulating snow and that warm weather that could get very warm in the western Dakotas. Details here in just a couple of moments.
All right. Thanks so much, Hutch.
You bet.
A 30-year-old Crookston man has been formally charged in district court with kidnapping, assault, intentional restraint, and possession of a controlled substance. On January 8th, Carlos Serrato allegedly broke into his girlfriend's car in East Grand Forks, held a knife to her throat, and forced her to drive to the nearby Shopco parking lot. The woman got away uninjured, and when police arrived on the scene, Serrato was lying on the ground, yelling for help. He remains in jail. Working parents continue to struggle with finding adequate daycare. Northwestern Minnesota is facing a major shortage.
In fact, there are absolutely no openings for infant daycare in Polk County, and experts say it's likely a similar situation across the state.
Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us what's happening and how it's creating an opportunity if you're interested in childcare.
It's the morning drop-off at Sunrise Daycare Center in Crookston.
The waiting list is about 14, and we have 20 in the preschool room, 14 in the toddler room, and about 15 in the school-age room.
And more people that want in.
More people want in. Plus, we get a lot of calls for infant care, and we don't have space for that.
Working parents say it was a struggle finding daycare.
Has it been tough to find daycare?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
very much, very much.
You had to look quite a while, or?
We had to make a lot of calls, and luckily Sunrise was able to get us in.
Me? Freddy the Snowman.
Experts say the number of daycare providers in Polk County has dropped from 122 5 years ago to 100 today. There are a lot of regulations to deal with, and it's a tough job.
One piece of it is you just get burnt out, too. Providers get burnt out.
It's a tough business.
It's a very hard business. Caring for somebody else's children, 10 hours a day. It is hard. It is hard work.
Here's how the daycare numbers stack up in Polk County. Providers have space for 1,699 kids. There are 76 openings for kids 3 to 8 years old, but there are 0 openings for kids under 3.
Our new child care providers end up being moms who are having kids who can't find child care, and they say, you know, this looks like a good option for me.
So, while the daycare shortage remains, it does create an opening for folks who want to become daycare providers. In Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
If you're interested in becoming a daycare provider in Minnesota, we have a link to the information that you'll need. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Being a college student at NDSU will be getting more expensive, but not as much as we first thought. The Student Fee Advisory Board voted to raise funding for student health services and the Aquatic Center, which is currently under construction. But they voted down several proposals to raise fees to fund intramurals and clubs, the Memorial Union, and the athletic department. The vote comes as athletics says its travel costs are rising.
It costs more. They should be able to have that money to be able to take those opportunities.
But I don't think we need to, get $2 million for the athletic department.
NDSU's athletic department issued a statement today saying the decisions were made in the best interest of the student body, and we respect and support that decision.
The current guidelines for FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid, can be difficult to understand for prospective college students. Some lawmakers on Capitol Hill are saying that students who want to go to college shouldn't have to jump through hoops to acquire financial aid. Nevada Congressman Joe Heck is working on a bill that would make it easier for those college students to get the information they need to fill out a FAFSA form. Heck says the fact that the current FAFSA is 10 pages long with 100 questions makes it difficult for students and their families to get through the form. He says this bill will cut through a lot of unnecessary red tape. It includes the sharing of some IRS information that will automatically fill in parts of the application for the student.
Ready for college and they want to go on to college, they've got to be able to apply and know what resources they're going to have to pay for college early in the planning process.
Heck says he doesn't think a number of the questions currently being asked on the FAFSA forms have any impact on determining financial aid. He says he'd like to see those cut out. Back in December, we first told you the story of Kadi Suso. She's a Minnesota State University Moorhead student from Gambia. Suso is seeking asylum after her education was ripped away by her own family, and her professor has set up a GoFundMe page to help with her tuition. Suso reached her goal when 154 donors raised $10,000 within 2 weeks. That money was used to pay off tuition for close to 2 semesters. Now, Suso and her professors are looking for a way to help her pay for 3 more years of school. She'll need $8,000 a year. If you'd like to help Kadi, we have a link to her GoFundMe page at valleynewslive.com. Just go there and look for this story.
How's your New Year's resolution going? It was around the end of last year I decided I need to make a change. I knew that when it came to exercise and diet, I was lacking. So I hooked up with Sanford's Family Wellness in Southwest Fargo and launched into a fitness journey. It started the first of the year. It's going to continue at least through the end of February. Tonight at 10, join me for the first of 4 Thursday night reports this month. This one will focus on my goals. That's tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.
You know we're behind you.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And for the record, I'm hungry.
Yes. All right, then. Some students were facing some challenges today as they reach a milestone in their school year. We'll have details later on Valley News Live at 6.
All right, as you prepare a wonderful dinner for this evening, temperatures outside are hovering around 20 degrees. We're seeing a beautiful sunset. Not a bad night to get out and maybe even barbecue a little bit. We'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast and talk about that weekend outlook right after this.